Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Grab your virtual seats. We're getting ready to have a great show here on Freestyle Friday. And on today, we're talking about all kinds of topics. So you guys have been sending topics in. I'm printing them. We're going to make sure that we have them all ready to discuss. This is the day that we talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, trending topics. I bring in experts to be able to share things about fresh tips and politics and health and wellness, you name it. We're going to be talking about it. Joe Duncan comes in and he talks about celebrity news. And Courtney, I see Courtney backstage as well. So I'll pull you in, Courtney. There you. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull you in as well. Courtney Jacobs is here too, our Courtney Wellness Companion expert. How are you, Courtney? So what we're going to do, awesome. I know you're. All right. I was gonna say, I know your mic is muted. So what we're going to do is go ahead and kick today's episode off. Grab your virtual seats. Let me know where you're in from, because if you don't type a comment, I don't get the opportunity to acknowledge you. So let me know that you're here in the studio audience. It's such an honor and a privilege to have you here today. Let's get started here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you. The Sean Hall. Sean Hall has been on all week with all the breaking news, and Corinne Brown, the fresh expert. So you guys, it's been a lot going on this week. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get started. Yeah. All right, welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. We're going to get started right away with our first expert, Corinne Brown, who is here to share with us some great tips about winter meal tips and all kinds of things. She has 4 points that she's going to be sharing with us today. So, hey, Corinne.
Hey there, good morning. I want to say it's a fantastic Friday, but it's kind of gross outside. I guess it's still fantastic, right?
Right, it's fantastic.
At least I didn't get snowed in. I heard it snowed in Kentucky and some other places, just not here. But yeah, so I want to share with you guys a couple of tips to get organized this new year, because how many of you have placed or made New Year's resolutions? I like to call them commitments, because the reality is you have to commit to something. And that's why some people say, oh, I don't make them anymore. But, you should commit to always bettering yourself, shifting your perspective. Because what we think is what we become, and what we speak is what we attract. And it's really important that we remember that with this new year. So getting organized is one of the top 10 New Year's resolutions. And it's one of the top 10 solutions that I find can make a huge difference in your life. So we're going to jump right in. Now, you can follow me all on social media, The Fresh Expert, to get more. I did a bunch of fun videos of this week.
I'm so excited about it. First of all, you didn't tell us, how was your holiday? I mean, we're just jumping into the points. We need to know how everything went for you over this holiday season. There's been some new things happening in your life. You can't just jump into points, Corinne. You got to give us the skin.
Well, we only have 10 minutes. I got to get all the good nuggets.
Okay. But give us one nugget about the holiday. Come on.
Yes, the holiday was amazing. My birthday was in December. I actually launched my first mini course, How to Sell Without Being Salesy, all about your fresh intro. That is going to be launching soon, that for anyone can purchase, where you can actually get it. I've got my Teachable page set up. So the mini workshop was such a huge success, and I'm so excited to see the new workshops that are going to be coming out in the future. I did share on my business page, The Fresh Expert, yesterday, a way to get on my email list so that you never miss my Monday motivation or my tips for success in direct sales. Because yes, The Fresh Expert does it all. Not only am I going to help you get organized in your home, but if you're in sales, I will help you get organized in your business. So you want to be on that email list. You want to follow up, make sure you're connected with me. Go to The Fresh Expert and you'll get that. In fact, I think I've got it in my quick link too that we'll share. If not, I'll make sure it's on after the show. of how to join my email list. But you want to be on that. You want to be following me. You want to get my IGTV because you'll get the full of this,
yes,
along with how to save money, how to save time, and how to eat healthy. So top 4 New Year's resolutions, we're knocking them out. Great videos on my IGTV. Okay. So that was a little bit.
Make sure I put that link up. So Corinne says that all of her links are located here. Let me put that up for you.
Absolutely. So make sure you keep that link tree. I update it often with what you need to have from me. So that'll be good. Okay, cool. So let's jump in for you guys, because I know these are some good nuggets. Get a pen and paper or just save this video because you're going to want this video anyways for later. First thing, we want to get organized, okay? We're talking about your pantry, your cabinets. How many of you have the avalanche of bags that falls and hits you on your head, right? The sparse macaroni that fell out of the container, the hard brick of molasses that used to be brown sugar, right? Like how many of you have found that you throw away food? Because when you throw away food, you throw away money.
I don't like that.
Right? We want to save our money. And it's a huge contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. The average family spends over $900 a month just on food.
Right.
1/3 of that you throw away. So just think about that for a second, okay? So we want to get organized. There's a Get Organized assessment if you want me to help you with this. That is on that link tree that I shared a minute ago, or Kim did. Go there, fill out the assessment. I will help you one-on-one. But
so wait, so now you want people, if you want help with getting organized, go to this link. It's in all of the different platforms. Connect with Corinne and she'll help you with a Get Organized assessment. So that's tip number 1.
Well, that's where we're going to go. Now, here's your tip to get organized is number 1, organize by sections. No matter where you keep your food, you want to group like things together. For example, have a baking center. All of your baking items are in one place. Okay, that way you're not looking different places. Have it together. Have your beverage center. Have your snack center. There's a place that I go for my kids. They have little access mates where all of their prepackaged things are in one bin. Mama's not going to sit there and open 10 containers asking them what they want. No. They go to one bin. So you need to organize it by sections. And this is going to be a huge game changer and all the different parts in your pantry, cabinets, everything. Okay.
Good.
That's number 1. Number 2 is to label. Okay, make sure that you have your items labeled. Now, I have labels that you can access to when you connect with me and I do your custom kitchen planning. I'll hook you up. I hooked Kim up when we did her pantry. I will take care of you, okay? But you can do chalkboard labels. You can do dry erase. But the thing is, you need to do it because look at this, guys. You have baking soda and you have powdered sugar and cornstarch. All of them are white ingredients, right? Can you tell which one's which if there's not a label?
No.
Will you mess up your baking? Yes. Make sure you can see it. Plus, here's another fresh tip that you guys need to know. Baking soda absorbs odors, okay? So if you have it in your pantry where your trash is, you're baking with trash. If you're using the baking soda in your fridge, then all those odors that your fridge is absorbing, you are baking with those, okay? If you ever wonder why your cake didn't rise or may have tasted funny, put it in baking soda or put it in an airtight container. And if you brush your teeth with it in your bathroom, you really need these. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have a question about baking soda and baking powder and all of that. Every time I bake with those items, I seem to get some kind of nasty aftertaste. I think I'm putting too much. So what am I doing wrong?
Well, it could be that you're putting too much. It could be that it's expired. How new is it? Like how long is it?
Nothing is expired. It's in my refrigerator. I do not play with that. So
the thing is, even if it's in your refrigerator, it still can go bad. The little flap that never lays down, cardboard is porous. It's absorbing what's around it.
Oh, okay.
So don't stick it in a plastic bag either. Put it in an airtight container. That way you actually know what you're baking with. Same thing goes with Bisquick, all-purpose flour or self-rising flour that have those active ingredients.
Right.
They absorb. And listen, if you put your flour in the fridge, it does not get rid of bugs. It just slows them down. Bugs are attracted to glue on your flour, sugar, and your rice. They like to eat that glue and they lay eggs there.
I almost threw up, Corinne. So you're so let me show y'all my face for 1 second. I was like, what? Okay, that is crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, what's really crazy is you can come home from the store with bugs and not realize it till you're halfway through. So when you modularize your cabinets, you save yourself sanity too, and that is worth every single penny.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so next tip, label. Then we want to make sure that you do put when you organize and you have it in your centers that are labeled, do make sure they're in modular translucent containers. These maximize the space. I love the super ovals and rectangles from Tupperware. They're 11 3/4 inches deep. Your average cabinet is 11 inches deep, which means these are going to fit perfect from front to back in your cabinets. Okay, no wasted space. You will alleviate 1/3. That's right, 1/3 of the space in your cabinets and your pantry. So think of how much junk you have, how many expired things that you have. This is going to be huge. You're going to have more room for everything else, and it's going to be a system. And when you look at systems, does that not make you happy?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, when my baby was little, let me tell you, Keston, I love that little girl, but she didn't fall asleep through the night till she was 15 months old. I was going crazy. Okay. Like the middle of the night, I didn't think I could control anything in my life. So I would open up my pantry and I would feel a moment of sanity because something was organized.
That's a big deal.
Just the little things. All right. So my last one is to make sure, again, that you do transfer. And I kind of mentioned this, transfer the items to an airtight container and remove them from the original packaging. Orkin actually recommends you take your flour, sugar, rice out of its original wrapping, get rid of that stuff and put it in airtight containers. The U.S. military will only transfer your food if it's in Tupperware, not Flubberware, not Rubberware, not Tupperware. The imitations are not duplications. Okay. Genuine bona fide Tupperware you can only get from a rep.
I love it.
And it has a lifetime warranty. So remember that. Lifetime investment for great gain. You deserve quality, not just quantity. But I have the solution. This is my last little thing for you guys.
Okay.
This month, I am so excited, is Tupperware's Organization Solution Month. Okay. You can get this set right here, which is the Baking Center, for 50% off. Like mic drop. 50% off. You can get these right now. So up to 50% off on all of your modular mates this month, or host a party with me and you can get $1,000 for free and we can do your whole pantry at no charge.
What? Drop the mic.
If I had one,
the mic.
I do have a mic. Ready? Mic drop. No, it's too expensive to drop.
But you can't drop that one. No, but we'll just drop the mic.
Right? I mean, I'm just saying, invest in yourself, right? Because as Courtney's going to share in a minute, your health is important. But make sure the key to eating healthy is stocking your fridge like a healthy vending machine, but stocking your pantry with the items that you need for success. Convenience costs your waistline, so be prepared.
Wow.
And be prepared by keeping your stuff fresh with quality products that you deserve, because you deserve the best.
Wow. Well, that's awesome, Corinne. Okay, lots of studio audience comments have come in. We're going to take a quick moment here to go through some of them. If you have a question for Corinne, the fresh expert, go ahead and type your question now while she's here. Our experts, sometimes they stay on the show, sometimes they pop off. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask it now. Linda Poplin says, I am here. Looking forward to today's show. Yes, Andrew said, I'm Charlotte and I'm in the house. Charlotte is in the house. Good morning, Kim, and all of your guests. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Shamira. Okay, I know that's from Ruth. Hey, Ruthie, that's my sister. Kathy Griffin. Dr. Famble says, good morning, y'all. That's Sean Hall's mommy. Hi, Dr. Famble. You know I love you. You know I love you. I love your daughter and I love you. Okay. Let's see who else came in here. Y'all, these points, make sure you go back through them and get them. Get organized assessment. You get that from the link that Corinne shared. Don't miss the opportunity. She's willing to work with you one-on-one. She'll give you that information right through her link, help you get assessed and organized. Let's see what else she said. She said other tips, like if you're just joining the broadcast, she said organize by sections. She talked about labeling. These are some great tips. Sean Braxton says, I am so OCD. Thank you for the advice. It's a constant area of contention in my home. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm serious about this and it's not working for my family.
It's a game changer. Like seriously, when you do this system, it's a game changer.
Excellent. Grouping stuff. The tips that you shared today are just incredible. But those modular clear containers today, that was just woohoo. That's everything. Drop the mic moment. So make sure you guys share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Start some watch parties. Let them hear this information that Corinne Brown, our fresh expert, shared with us today. Thank you, Corinne.
Thank you guys so much.
Next, coming up right after this commercial break, we have Mr. Courtney Jacobs. That's my brother. He's all the way from the Pennsylvania area. He's going to be talking to us about some wellness today. So let's just take a quick moment and let me introduce you to myself and how you can stay connected with the Kim Jacobs Show. And then I'm also going to introduce you to one of our episode sponsors today. Yes, everybody. Listen, I can see you over there. Corinne, we're getting ready to swap out and let Mr. Courtney Jacobs come in, our wellness companion. Courtney, right before you start speaking, let me let you guys know that today's episode is sponsored by Ruby G Buttercream. Ruby G Buttercream, y'all, I can talk personally. Now, it's one thing when you have a sponsor and you don't know what the deal is, but over the Christmas holidays, I purchased some of those chocolate bombs that you drop down into your warm chocolate milk, some chocolate covered strawberries. Even though I'm allergic to them, I bought them for some of my friends and some of my family members. And then I also purchased that 7-Up cake, y'all. Okay. Go to rubygbuttercream.com and check out all of their delectable desserts, okay? They have all kinds of things to offer, and they have a pleasant personality. Make sure you say that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way. Again, rubygbuttercream.com. Thank you for being one of our episode sponsors today. All right, Courtney, tell us what you got for us over here as the wellness expert.
Awesome.
So Dr. Shantae, I'm going to pull you in, okay? I'm going to pull you in here, too. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready and I'll pull you in. Okay, she's coming on in. Dr. Shantae came in the house as well. Let me just say hello to her right quick. Hey, Dr. Shantae. Her mute is mic. No, her mic.
There we go. Hey.
Hey, how are you? Okay, Courtney's getting ready to tell us some wellness tips. I'll put you over here, and at some point we're going to get to you as well, Dr. Shantae. Go ahead, Courtney.
Yes, first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. This is the first Freestyle Friday, and just delighted to be a part of this panel. And I'm a wellness guy. That's just who I am, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. And many people, as Kareem mentioned there, a lot of people are having a New Year's resolution. They want to get healthy. So I'm just going to show you a quick tip, something that you can do. Like many of you are working from home. Many of us are working from computers and iPads and things like that. So you're most likely going to have some cans in your house. So I'm going to just show you something real quick. I know we just had a great sponsor. Those cakes look really nice. But after you eat those cakes, they go somewhere, right? So I'm going to show you something that you could do to kind of like help move that around a little bit and make yourself look nice. So you want to take your 2 cans, or if you have dumbbells, you can just use dumbbells, but it doesn't have to be a lot of weight. And you can do it from seated, like I'm seated on my couch. You can do it from the floor if you want to do it on the floor. This is just called a Russian twist. I have a friend that I actually saw doing these on YouTube, not YouTube, but IG. But you're basically just going to go side to side like that. So bring it down a little bit lower, Kim.
Don't be judging me. Don't judge me. What? I got 2 5-pound weights here. Go ahead.
She's like, oh, why are you coming at me first?
Good. Let me say this one thing, Courtney. I came on one of your class. I have to say this. Give me a second, y'all.
Go ahead.
I joined Courtney Wellness program, right? The Courtney Wellness Companion program. Yeah. And I went to one of his classes and I was like, oh, I'm just going to have my dress on. So I said, I'm just going to wear my dress. And when I come in, this like, I don't know if she's Brazilian or what. This woman she's like, go, go. I was like, huh? I had to go change my clothes and get prepared for this boot camp that he was doing. Every day this week, he's had a different expert on his Courtney clothes group, the Courtney Wellness Companion. That woman was going in. He was trying to talk and tell the group something. She was like, no, we go, we move. So anyway, here, let me put you back.
She's from South America. So I don't know if it was the communication thing, but she was not going to stop. And it just was, it was. But we're just going to go side to side. So you want to just touch your side. And as you're doing this, you're going to immediately start feeling this working right in your core. Woo! Even from a seated position. And you just tighten up your stomach. tighten it, and you're hitting it just like that. Now we can put these down now. Now most people we're at home, we're sitting in front of our computers for extended periods of time. If you just did that like twice, 2 times an hour, you would be amazed at the definition that you're going to start seeing right in your core. And you're just, I mean, we just did it for like, I don't know, 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and you're going to notice a difference in your core. So it is wintertime. And Kim, I did see your video this morning. It was very inspiring. And I know it was cold. And I appreciate you sharing that because that's really what it takes. You know what I mean? And it's sometimes those elements, as much as I don't like the cold, sometimes me personally, I like to go into the cold because I like to put myself in that situation because it builds resilience and it builds confidence and it really builds grit. And if you can get through that, you can really get through anything. It's really a mind thing. So I appreciate you sharing that. But so that's one thing that you can do at home. So earlier this week on Wednesday, I had a call with a holistic nutritionist, and she gave 3 tips. So I'm all about connecting, integrating, recycling, and pulling things. I mean, I reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. So 3 things that she said that you can do that can really get yourself jump started. The first thing is you want to have a support system. It doesn't have to be the Courtney Wellness Companion system. It could be any system. We do have a system, and we do have communities where people can kind of come in. We have a free community. We have a paid community. And it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of finding people who are going where you're trying to go. Because if you can find those people that are going where you're trying to go, you're going to get there. It's just a matter of time. So that's critically important. So the first tip that she had mentioned was drinking water. You know, and this is a basic thing, right? We all know drink your water. You guys all probably have your bottles of water near you. But make sure that you're drinking your water. You want to drink about about a half an ounce to 1 ounce per every body pound that you have. So let's say if you're 100 pounds, you want to be drinking at least, well, that's 100 pounds. Nobody's 100 pounds. let's use a different number. Let's go 200 pounds. Like, wait a minute. If you're 200 pounds, you want to be drinking about somewhere between 100 ounces and maybe a little bit more a day. Now, that's a lot of water for if you're not. So what I usually will recommend people to do is start at like 50 ounces and then kind of like work your way up. So drink water. That's going to make you have a lot more energy. And if you're having headaches or different pains, things like that, that's going to kind of help with that fluid going through your body. The second thing she said was going for a walk. And again, Kim, kudos to you for doing that in the cold. You know, it's very motivating, inspirational, but just going for a 20-minute to a 30-minute walk, my goodness, it helps in so many ways, not only physically, but to me, what I found is exercise it's mental. Your body just changes because it kind of has to, but it's a mental game. But just going for a walk, you know, on a daily basis, 20 minutes or so, getting some fresh air, taking that in. And then the third thing was just
wait. Let me catch up with you. You said drink water because I was listening and taking this in, but I want to make sure I share it with people. Okay, so drink water.
Drink water. That's the first thing. The second thing is like a 20-minute walk every day. Yep. You can just start at 20 minutes, and that's good. Get the fresh air.
And you know what, Courtney, people hear these tips all the time. I mean, we know when I say them to people, you say them, every expert out here says, do this for yourself, take care of yourself. But it's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to actually put it into action. And that's sometimes challenging for people. So I really like your program. Go ahead.
Well, and I'm glad that you said that because this whole thing is just not rocket science. None of this is rocket science. But the very first thing that I said is it's very important to have a support system. Because you're going to have those days where you're just like, you know what, I don't want to do it. But that's actually the reason why I created the Courtney Wellness Companion, because it's just kind of like that person that is always here, and like they're just going to continue to stay with you and be with you and encourage you and support you. And not only that, it's a community of people that are doing the same thing. You know, I had a guy, I used to buy cars from this guy in Western PA, and he used to pay me. His family owned a car dealership, and I used to train him and his mom and his sister and his brother. And he used to meet me at the gym at like 6 o'clock in the morning, certain days. And he'd be like, you know what, Courtney? I said, I don't pay you because you're not teaching me anything that I don't know. He said, I'm actually paying you because I know you're going to be here at 6. So that makes me accountable to it. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget him saying that, because I was just like, wow. And that's just what it is. Just most people need that accountability. They need that support. And that's what we do with the companion. We just come alongside you, and I call us, we're a group of friends. And if you're helping me with something, you're my friend, whether I know you or not. That's just the way I look at it. You're my
I love it.
Friends help. You know what I mean? Other people don't. So you know what I mean? So
that's a great way to look at it, Courtney.
Yeah, we're a group of friends. We support each other and we encourage each other. And it's a slow process, so it's not really kind of like you're gonna lose 50 pounds in like 3 months. That's usually not something that's going to last very long. So we understand that it's just a journey, and we're gonna just go with it. We're gonna every moment that we have a success, like we had somebody already. We've only been doing this for 5 days today. I think after day 3, somebody was kind of like, oh, I've already lost 5 pounds, and they're taking pictures of that, and I'm like, I've already, my sweatpants, I gotta tighten them up. And then someone else was like, yeah, my sweatpants are getting too big too. I noticed I have to tighten them up. We celebrate that kind of stuff because those are.
I lost 3 pounds, but I ain't go advertising it. But
but you
3 more pounds than what I had already lost. I'd already lost some weight. So
yeah, but it's one of those things where you want to celebrate those things, and because that's all reinforcement, and it's not about you really. It's about other people. Like you come into it like most people come into it like, I want to do this, but then once we get you in our system, we kind of help you to understand that who else is looking at you? Like, who's in your house?
A whole lot of people.
Who's being inspired by you? And that's called legacy, and legacy is always bigger than you, So you might come in like out about me, but you're going to understand that what's really going to make you stay on this is going to be about other people, like your mom, your kids, your people you mentor. That's kind of going to be the thing to help you stay on it. So the third thing is just doing calisthenics. And that would just be like your basic push-ups, your sit-ups, your jumping jacks, something that's going to give you a little bit more intensity. So with the Courtney Wellness Companion, we do have trainers from 3 different continents, and that was deliberate. We want to offer a diverse program because we understand that when you do a certain exercise, many people are creatures of habits,
right?
But you have to change that up. You have to have a different approach because what got you here won't get you there. So right. you might be really strong on this area, but what I found for me is when it comes to yoga, and we have a fantastic yoga instructor right out of Nairobi,
yes,
who is unbelievable. She can build her body.
These are like some warriors.
They're warriors. That's a good way to put it. They're warriors, and I want to be trained by warriors, people who know how to get it done. And but when I tried to do that yoga with her, it was a challenge, trying to hold my body weight on the ground. But that flexibility, that's an area of opportunity for me. So we all have areas of opportunity. So that was just three tips. The Courtney Wellness Companion, Health and Wealth. Anybody can join that. I'll throw that in the link where people are commenting.
The last one, I know you said calisthenics. Nobody typed that backstage for me, so I'm just gonna put.
Right.
You said do push-ups.
Yeah, push-ups, sit-ups, any type of thing where you're, and you can do those. There's variations of push-ups. If you can't do a regular push-up, you can do it on your knee. It doesn't matter. Like, I do them on my knee, like my little girl. She's with my big girl right now, but she likes to get on my back whenever I do my push-ups. So sometimes it's kind of hard to do a push-up when you have like a little toddler on your back. I can do like 10, but then she wants to do a whole lot more because it's like giddy up horsey. That's kind of that's what it turns into. So then I get on my knees. I'd be like, no, I can't keep doing all these push-ups with you on me. So I do the other way, and I do plank. You can do planks. I mean, there's so many things that you can do, and the community that we just have a bunch of wellness professionals that share different things. So it's just not about Courtney. It's about wellness, and it's about championing other people that are doing different things that are really going to help you. So, yeah.
I love it. Anybody have any questions for Courtney Jacobs from Courtney Wellness Companion Program? Please make sure you type those questions right quick. I want to make sure he gets a chance to answer them before he either pops off or he can stay on. Either way, whatever way works for him, it's perfect for us because we love having all of our experts on. We have a few more that's on today. Let's see. Let's go to questions or comments. There's so many things that's been popping in all day. Okay. Oh, those were questions for Corinne. All right. Let's see. You dropped a lot of knowledge, Courtney. Chantel Patterson said, "Good morning. Good morning to you all." She said, "I do that already. My
Good.
doctor." She said, "Wait, where's my doctor? Morning, Dr. Shantae. I need Dr. Shantae." She coming on there too. Okay. Don't worry. You sit tight. Your Dr. Shantae will be on. Okay. Courtney, your sis is so funny.
Yes, she
Yes,
is.
yes, yes. The cans are good to work with, but try and put like 4 cans in a pillowcase. I do
Mhm.
that. Okay, now Chantel, she on the Avengers or something. She like, I do. That's right. There's gonna be a whole Marvel movie after you, Chantel. You
Yep.
see,
You can
Courtney
use. I also do like I do the water. You know, the cases of water. You can use that. I mean, you can use anything in your house, really.
that's right.
So that's a great suggestion, Chantel.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. So listen, stay connected with Courtney at IG on his Instagram at COURTNEE_wellness companion. That's Courtney, COURTNEE_wellness companion. My show is also on iHeartRadio and iTunes. So that's why I spell everything out. People are probably like, why does she keep doing that? I do that because I have listeners as well. And also at I_Courtney. And remember, that's with 2 E's at the end. So thank you so much, Courtney, for
You're
being
welcome.
on today. Let's get our Sean Hall on. How are you, Sean Hall? Let's pull you over.
I'm doing
How's
amazing.
everything?
I
I
hope you
see,
are.
wait. I see Dr. Shantae and I see Joe Duncan back there. Let me pull y'all in. You want to be pulled in yet, guys? Or do you want to wait? Okay, come on, Dr. Shantae. Joe Duncan, I'm pulling y'all all in. Okay, wait a minute. I got to change the view though a little bit because I think it's like the words over your face. All right, Sean Hall, how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Good, good. Well, actually, I got to put you over here so that you can go because this is about politics for a second. So take over the stage, sweetheart.
This
My
has been a
best
roller
friend.
coaster week, right?
Yes.
So, just to kind of recap, we know that on the 5th, we had a historic moment in Georgia where we sent the first Black senator to the Senate since Reconstruction. And that's important to note because some people say, oh, he's the first Black senator ever. No, first Black senator since Reconstruction. And that's a pretty big deal. Plus, we also sent John Ossoff to the Senate. So that means that the Democrats now are 50-50 with the Republicans in the Senate. And the tiebreaker is always the vice president. And the party that she represents is the Democratic Party. So the Democrats are in the majority in the Senate. On the 6th, a solemn occasion that does happen every 4 years, usually without any fanfare, was chaotic yesterday. Yesterday, we saw on the 6th, we saw the president of the United States whip his fan base kind of up and told them that we want to stop the steal. And so after an hour-long speech, he encouraged those people to go up on Capitol Hill, make their displeasure known, and they did. And after the aftermath, 5 people were left dead.
Yes.
And so what we are seeing is that people are calling they're calling those people rioters, protesters. I think the correct word is domestic terrorists and
That's what they said.
insurrectionists.
Yeah.
What happened to democracy on that day, we don't know. What we know is that our country was not made stronger by what people did. It was actually destabilized. Our government has been destabilized. And so as a result of what happened on the 6th, there has been an outcry from different senators and congressmen for the president of these United States to resign. There's also been several calls for the 25th Amendment to be invoked, which basically says that the president, if incapacitated, usually it's because of physical reasons, but incapacitation is incapacitation, for that person to step aside and the vice president, which is Mike Pence, to then govern. In order for the 25th Amendment to be invoked, cabinet members, there are 8 of them, have to be in a majority to vote for that to happen. Well, what we see in our turn of events is that 2 cabinet members have resigned effective immediately. One is Ms. Chow, She is the department, or was the Department of Transportation's secretary. Elaine Chao is also married to Mitch McConnell. And then the other person who stepped down was Betsy DeVos of the Education Department. So that brings us down to about 6 cabinet members. If you need a majority, that number would be 4, unless we have somebody else to resign. We also had Mick Mulvaney to resign, a number of White House staffers. And so now what we see is an 11th hour reversal, where people who have been enablers of Donald Trump are now repudiating his actions. But the truth of the matter is this: we see you, we've seen you, we know who you are. So your change now doesn't change anything, because for months you have allowed this. And let us even look a little bit further with this. Mitch McConnell gave a very rousing speech on the Senate floor when he talked about not moving forward to allow senators and congressmen to state objections, which is their right to do under the law, to Joseph Biden being seated. However, what most people did not realize is their objections would amount to nothing, because it was still going to happen. But what should have happened at that time frame is, after all of the melee, the violence that we endured, they should have come back into chambers and no one should have raised objections. But they persisted with the objections. And what Mitch McConnell has the power to do and should do is to expel those members of Congress who continued with this false narrative. Now, some would say that's never happened before. But it has. It happened back in the 1800s, when there were those who opposed the election of Abraham Lincoln. They were summarily expelled out of Congress. I think they should put them out. I think that there's too much happening in this country right now for us to not move forward with some sense of unity. This is a country that we all are going to occupy for as long as we choose to. And while we are here, we have to remember that while we say we are the United States of America, we have to act like that. And I think the framing fathers of the Constitution knew that there would always be some issue of ought, because when they framed the Constitution, they talked about defending it against foreign threats and domestic. And so this takes me back personally to the time when Timothy McVeigh bombed a federal building in Oklahoma. That was homegrown terrorism. It hasn't gone anywhere. And if anything, we need to be very thoughtful about these next couple of weeks. There are 12 more days that President Trump will still be in office. He still has access to the nuclear codes. He still has access to other foreign heads of state. He still has access to all of our secrets, and we don't know what he will do. And so in these next 12 days, we want to be very thoughtful about what else is going on in some of these social media forums that are not as, I want to say, censored or maybe patrolled as others. One of them being Parler, because this whole fiasco that happened on the 6th was planned on social media. And just in case people don't know, they are also planning something for the 19th and the 20th. So I certainly hope that people will continue to gather their friends, those people who are in their sphere of influence, and say, hey, this is a country that we all have chosen to live in. We've got to make the best of it. We should all be about law and order, not just when it comes to people that we think are going to have an alternative response to what we hold dear to. We all have to be in this together. And we have seen this week that even those who are in power can abuse it. They can hurt people, and people can die.
Wow. I mean, you said a mouthful, Sean. Sean has actually been on yesterday show, as well as she was on the night that all of this broke, on the day that it all broke on the 6th. We had a breaking news segment on that day and went live with Sean and Sean Braxton and Joseph Wooten, 2 other political activists. And so if you missed those episodes, you can go back and check them out. And let me mute you for a second and go back and check those out, and you'll see exactly what their stance has been as political activists and sharing their perspectives. It's been so much that you all have asked questions about, and some really great questions and some great conversation. If you all are joining now and you missed out on all of that conversation, go back and check out breaking news and what's happening in DC. And you know what, Shannon or Mackenzie, if you could put those 2 episode links right here, I can share that across all of the platforms for people to go back and chime in on those conversations. Okay. Right now, people are asking questions. Anybody on the panel that would like to be able to ask a question or chime in, I'll unmute your mic. But Sean, people are asking questions, so I'm going to go to those questions right quick. Gary Horn said, has anyone woken Ben Carson?
Listen, I'm sure, Gary, that Ben is laying low. I think that all of these people who have been on the Trump train, if you will, many of them are jumping off now, because no matter what, this president is going to go back into his normal lives, and so are they. And they're going to be looking for employment and opportunity, and people have long memories.
Wow. Okay, let me unmute your mics too, all of the panelists that are my experts. If you want to unmute yourself and say anything, feel free to do so whenever you want to speak. Katrina Womack says, if Trump was removed from office under the 25th Amendment, would he then be protected from prosecution once out of office under the premise of not being fit to stand trial? I read this and I wondered about the validity of this.
So you've got a lot of great questions, and let's take them one by one. The first thing, once he is out of office, if it is under the 25th Amendment, would he then be protected by prosecution? Well, here's what would happen. He wouldn't have the ability to pardon himself for any federal crimes, but Mike Pence would. In order to get a pardon, however, it's not like your get out of jail free card from Monopoly that you just carry around with you. A crime has to be committed first, and then you are pardoned. Right now, he's not been charged with any crime. Could he be charged with treason before he leaves? It's possible, but I do think that there are those lawmakers who have been in office long enough to know the rules, but who are also excellent lawyers who are probably thinking 2 steps ahead of Donald Trump. And so I do believe at some point in time, he will be charged with some crimes, definitely in the state of Georgia, where he did break the law by soliciting the Secretary of State and his representatives to find 11,000 votes for him. So Trina, I think you've got some valid questions. I don't think anybody's going to certify that he is insane. I do think that when we say mentally incapacitated or unfit, that is very broad and ambiguous on purpose, and we'll see what these lawmakers do with that.
Wow. Now, I do have Rachel, which is one of my team members. She does a lot of research throughout the week, and she pulls different articles of things happening that's newsworthy. So thank you so much, Rachel. She said that according to one of the articles that she was able to find, let me get that, been 4 times as many cops. Police chief resigns, and that's based on the incident that happened on Capitol Hill with the understaffing. It's a lot of understaffing, and people are not equipped to handle everything that's going on. And then the other thing that is one of the newsworthy articles is that President Trump's indefinite ban from Facebook, Instagram, no posts will be allowed, according to this article with TMZ, before the inauguration. Wow. So any thoughts on that, Sean?
Yeah, I want to leave you with this. And Rachel, I'm so glad that you brought that up about the understaffing. The truth of the matter is this: there are over 2,500 members of the United States Capitol Police Force. They don't all patrol simultaneously.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, on yesterday, they were understaffed on purpose. And what they're going to find out, and these resignations, please keep following the money, keep following what people are saying. This goes all the way up to the top, because the Secretary of the Army is the one who said they did not want soldiers in the Capitol. They were worried about the optics. So instead, the optics that we see is that the House of the United States, of the people of America, is not safe. People were going through like they were on tour. And anybody who's ever visited the Capitol building, you've ever tried to get a tour of the rotunda, you don't get up those stairs easily. And so what happened yesterday, we saw that there were police officers that allowed these people to come in. We're finding out that the United States Capitol Police were told to stand down, to not meet them with lethal force. So this was very orchestrated on purpose. And what we're going to see in the coming days, you will find out who was at the top, because the sergeant at arms resigning, that's very telling. And that should tell us a lot of what we need to know.
Wow. Okay. Well, per Twitter, according to Shannon, who pulled this from a report that she was able to find, just reported that Trump says he will not attend the inauguration for Joe Biden. That's something that's been
And
pulled
that
up.
wasn't a secret. There were, I think, about
Thanks, Shannon.
last week, it was reported that somebody got a hold of the official manifesto for the president in terms of where he's traveling, and he was already booked for the 19th to be in Scotland at his resort there. So
Wow.
no surprise that he wouldn't be on hand. But I think what will be surprising is where he lands when he comes back, because with him no longer being president, he will not enjoy some of the same privileges as not being charged as he is enjoying now. So I think he won't be able to go to Georgia. We'll see what happens with Florida. Definitely going back to New York is probably a non-starter. But we also know that these warrants for arrest, they travel. So we'll see what happens.
Well, this is all great information that you're updating us on, Sean. Obviously, it's very disheartening information. We'll make sure we share the links with you. If we don't have them in the comment section here, go back and check out what's happening in DC. We did a broadcast on that, and we also did breaking news on the day that it happened. So thank you, Sean, for coming on as our political expert and giving such a deep dive. Now, also, we have Mr. Joe Duncan. How are you, Joe Duncan, over there in the house?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. So glad to have you on. And I know you have some things that you're going to be telling us from a celebrity perspective. Let us take a quick commercial break and invite you to learn more about one of our episode sponsors, and that's none other than Snow Legal Group. If you have not worked with the Snow Legal Group, you're missing out. They are a great organization, legal firm, and ready to serve you. So here we are, Snow Legal.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, we are back with Joe Duncan, our celebrity expert. Make sure you're following him on JDTV _ is on his Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to the Joe Duncan JDTV YouTube channel. So let's go ahead, Joe. Talk to us about what's going on. You know, I think it's glitching over there. Let's see. No, you know we can't have Joe Duncan glitch.
Right. Am I good? I can hear you.
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. All right, do this. Well, as the book of James, I believe it's chapter 5, verse 16, the prayers of the righteous availeth much. Well, for the past few days, fans of rap music mogul Dr. Dre have been praying for his recovery after he suffered a brain aneurysm, and it appears that those prayers have been answered. Dre posted a message to his fans on his Instagram telling them that he is feeling fine, that he's getting the best medical care, and that he plans to be home very soon. Now, Dr. Dre suffered the medical emergency on Monday, was rushed to the hospital where he was placed in ICU. Now, here's something interesting. While he was in the hospital with this incredible life-threatening situation, a group of guys were trying to burglarize his police. Believe the suspects found out that Dre was in the hospital that night and decided to rob him. They didn't get far with their plan because a security guard saw them stoking around the property, called police. Police were able to catch up with them before they were able to make it to the main structure of his California property. Also, we've got an update with the Dr. Dre divorce battle. story that we talked about last week. Remember his wife, estranged wife, Nicole Young, was after $2 million a month in spousal support. Well, Dr. Dre, there was a hearing with that case on Wednesday. Dr. Dre, of course, did not attend because of his situation in the hospital, but he has agreed to temporarily pay his estranged wife, Nicole Young, the $2 million a month that she's asking for in spousal support.
Wow. So what do you think that that's attributed to the brain aneurysm incident? Is like what do you think?
I think he's just giving in. I think he's giving in for the time being. I think this will go much further, and we will see them kind of fight it out again. But I think for now, I think he's just saying, okay, I will do it for a time. But I don't think he plans to do it for the length of time that she's asking for it.
Okay, and you guys, if you want to chime in, other experts, feel free to unmute yourself and say whatever you like to say. Okay, go on. What's the next thing?
I was going to say, I think that would give me a headache.
All right,
for sure.
Oh, wait. Courtney's talking. Go ahead.
I just said that would definitely give me a bad headache. $2 million a month. Just saying.
Yeah.
That would give anybody a bad headache. Ew.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of change.
I need to marry better.
All right, I'm going to move on.
I'm not married yet, but I need to marry better, apparently.
You need to marry what?
I need to marry better because apparently I'm not married yet, but goals.
Some people getting $2 million a month. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we all need to level up. Everybody's got to level up.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to move on to Kim and Kanye. Kim and Kanye, well, they could be headed for divorce court too. It's been reported that Kim Kardashian West is considering ending the couple's 6-year marriage, and it's come to light that the two stars have been in marriage counseling for most of 2020. Now, lots of people are blaming Kanye's outrageous rhetoric that we hear so much about for a number of issues that the couple are experiencing in their marriage, and that has led them to this rocky road in their relationship. But one source close to Kim's camp says the two have that it's not about that, but the two just simply have different beliefs, different values. It's also been reported that Kim has had a divorce lawyer on retainer for some bit of time now, but she hasn't decided to pull the trigger yet. She doesn't know whether to go ahead with the divorce or to fight for the marriage. So what do you guys think? Should she fight or should she flee and get out of Dodge?
Yeah, y'all tell us what you think today. It's Freestyle Friday. Give us your thoughts.
Tell you, as someone who has been in a relationship with someone that is bipolar, it is not for the faint of heart. I went through so much psychological abuse. I had spent thousands in therapy after our marriage ended. And I would tell her to run, like just run, because obviously he is not getting the proper treatment and management that he needs. And Kanye West, Kanye's just got his own issues between narcissism and everything else. That's my personal opinion. But add in the bipolar part, I know. It's hard. The book Psychopath Free, Kim needs to read it.
I think that Kanye.
Someone send her a copy.
I never agree with anything much to do with Kanye, but in this instance, I'm going to say Kanye needs to run. You should have ran from the get, bruh. These women are dangerous. And everyone who has been in any of their layers, they perish, except for Scott Disick with the oldest sister, right? But the rest of these girls, Kanye, get your medicine, get your kids, and roll fast.
Right. I don't know. Kanye was crazy beforehand. I don't know.
I don't think.
I would say this.
I agree with Dr. Shantae. I don't think Kim contributed to his ticket on the crazy train.
I don't think the ticket on the crazy train, but what I will say is let's look at her history and then let's look at his. And I'm talking about real talk. Yeah, he might have been crazy for a while, but I think that anytime that your claim to fame is sexual acts and you cash in on that, right there, that's a whole nother level of crazy with you and your mama and everybody else who contributed to it. And have you rode that train out to make a life for yourself? Yeah, but I look at the trinkets called men that she's picked up along the way, and none of them have been any better after being with her. None.
Okay. Well, okay. Go ahead, Joe. Carry on. Tell us something else. What's going on?
All right. Well, women, Courtney and I know you are absolutely amazing creatures, and you don't always get celebrated for the incredible things you do. Well, rapper Gucci Mane is changing all of that. He just did something incredible to celebrate his wife, and people are losing their minds over it. The rapper gave his wife Keisha $1 million as a push present. The couple just recently welcomed their son, Ice Davis, into the world. Kayor shared her incredible gift from Gucci with her fans on Instagram. And it's an incredible present. But here's something very interesting. She also revealed that for a present for him, she gifted him with a jewelry set that is worth more than $2 million. So he actually came out better in the deal than she did. What do you guys think about that? Are these push presents a new thing? Did any of you get one? Courtney, did you give one to your wife? Is this something that you're starting? Would you like to have one?
What's the push present? Tell us.
A push present is a
baby.
gift that the husband gives the wife when she has the baby, for pushing the baby out.
Oh, wonderful. That's so sweet.
You know, I have heard of people getting push presents. I have friends that have gotten push presents. The only push present I got was stretch marks.
Wow. Well, even though my children are older, I got some great Christmas push presents, because I got some Louis Vuitton perfume, a nice purse, and nice Pandora, and some bracelet from David Yurman. I was like, so I got at least 5 great gifts for pushing out them babies for Christmas.
That's definitely a level up, Joe.
That's great.
That's definitely a level up right there. The push present. I like that.
It's better than a Groupon. Better than a Groupon.
I love it. I love it. Okay, tell us the last thing, Joe.
All right, last thing. We want to send a shout out and special congratulations to Fantasia, North Carolina's very own Fantasia, and her husband Kendall Taylor. The couple hosted a live interview on their Taylor Talk show on Instagram. They are expecting a little baby girl. And I also want to send a shout out to my buddy Eddie Shaw and Mui Design, who actually did the decorations for the event. You see those beautiful decorations there? My buddy Eddie did those.
Those are beautiful. And I have been following Fantasia's whole journey through her pregnancy already. I'm so excited about everything that her and her husband have going on. And I just think God's going to do great things, even through their new beautiful baby that's coming to this world to bless the world. So yay. Thank you, Mr. Joe Duncan.
You're welcome. And I just want to mention Sunday night, JDTV, we are talking to celebrity makeup artist Maya Thomas. She is the key makeup artist for Nicki Minaj, Sheryl Lee Ralph, Niecy Nash, Issa Rae, Mary J. Blige, Love and Hip Hop. Her list goes on and on and on. A good little interview and conversation with her. And then look forward to week after next. We are interviewing from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Aunt Viv. Daphne Maxwell Reid.
I love it. Listen, make sure you guys follow Joe Duncan on Instagram at JDTV _is_on, and subscribe to the JDTV YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed and turned on those notifications yet, go over and do that. He has some great guests on his show, all celebrity guests, and then he gives a chance for 1 or 2 fans to win an opportunity to ask some questions during his fan out session. Thank you so much, Joe Duncan.
Most welcome.
Thank you. Dr. Shantae is in the house. Dr. Shantae Williams, thank you so much for being here as one of our experts today. Let me take you to not only the fact that she's here today, but she's also a sponsor of the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'd love the opportunity for you to see her website. Listen, Dr. Shantae, the information that she shares it's so empowering, and it's uplifting, and it lets you know, wait a minute, I gotta make sure I find one thing. There it is. I didn't find this. Dr. Shantae. Dr. Shantae, I want to make sure people know some of the tips that you're going to share, and then I'm also going to take them to your website. So tell us a few tips first.
Well, I'll just say a few things. First, Happy New Year. This is actually my first day back to work. So I have been kicking it since like the end of the year, but I got to come back eventually because I didn't get married or have a baby. So
We
I'm
need
here.
a quick presents, huh?
Not yet. But I'll say two things. So if you are anybody of human, bloodline, everybody is doing diets, resolutions, getting healthy, getting in shape, and you should be doing the same thing for your financial health. So what I am telling people this month and maybe into next month is go on a financial diet. What does that mean? That means don't spend any money. Now, that's not to say starve to death in your house, but that means cut out any spending that's not necessary. You pay your bills, buy some groceries, don't eat out, don't buy coffee out. Literally go on a financial diet. Take out anything that you don't have to spend, and then go back around and set your budget. That really will tell you where your money is going. A lot of people really don't realize that. I can tell you, I did this probably 3-4 years ago, and I started small. My financial diet was not valeting my car when I went out to eat. And I did this for 8 weeks and realized I had like $200 more left in my pocket because I wasn't paying for valet and I wasn't tipping. So that told me, okay, there's a lot of extra money that we're just dropping here and there, that if we stop doing that, just take a look. Now, I'm not, don't see me in the valet line and then say I lied to you, because I'm not saying I don't valet all the time, but it will help you to recognize where your money's really, really going. So finance includes things like do your own hair for a month. It means everything. No extra spending. If you can stick to this for nails, oh my gosh. So I'm looking homely because I haven't gotten my nails done. But I'm sticking to my own advice. But no nails. Now, my eyebrows are fakely done. No eyebrows. Literally, we're all in the house anyways. It's just Zoom.
Somebody got their hair done though.
No, see, I look like Angela Bassett from Waiting to Exhale this morning because I had pin curls everywhere. I should have came on like that. So no, this is actually a good old kitchen beautician from myself. But I will say it's important to really just go through that financial detox, and you will really be surprised what that feels like. And for a lot of people, they can stick to those habits for the rest of the year, which ultimately means more money in your pocket. That can mean more money for your vacation. That could mean more money for Christmas. That can mean for the men, y'all start saving up for those push presents. Every little bit counts. We'll take $1, $10, $1,000, $1 million, whatever you can save up. But all of this adds up, and you'll be surprised how accustomed you've really gotten to spending money that you really don't have to.
I love it. I love this advice. I actually don't think I've ever heard of some of this stuff that you're sharing. Again, Dr. Shantae Williams is our Creating Generational Wealth, especially in the Black families. And she's our expert in that field. Let me take you to her website for a brief moment. She's also one of today's episode sponsors. So thank you so much for being an episode sponsor here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Dr. Shantae, she look good all the time, y'all. I don't know what she does. Look at her. She be looking good. Okay, Dr. Shantae deals with transformation through investing. She makes it clear. She makes it clear that, listen, no one is coming to save you. If you want to create wealth for your family, generational wealth for your family, and leave a legacy financially, then you need to understand that there's a book that she's written called Black Angels Among Us. Get a copy of her book right on her website, drshantae.com. She specifically says that there's no way to control your community unless you take control of it yourself and control your own future. We have to own our own things. In this book, Black Angels Among Us, she gives a guide and detailed information on how people can mobilize our dollars and become angel investors. I read the book, and one thing that she said that really stuck out to me was that if you have at least $500, you can immediately become an angel investor. So take advantage of this. And hey, purchase her book, drshantae.com, and let her know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you her way. All right. And so I do that very often since you're a sponsor anyway. So thank you so much for being one of the sponsors on the Kim Jacobs Show. Let me go to the last few minutes of our studio audience comments. Javon said, great points. Great point, Sean, about Kanye. I agree, Sean. This is a Kardashian curse. Ask Lamar Scott and Bruce or Caitlyn Jenner. Run, you run. Okay, okay. Courtney Jacobs said, awesome show. The host, yay, and the guests are killing it. A financial diet. You know she needs to be one of Courtney Wellness Companion ambassadors, right, Courtney?
100.
Good tips, Dr. Shante. A financial fast. I love it. Go on a financial diet. That's what she was saying. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure. Sean Hall, thank you so much for sharing the political news. Corinne, we appreciate the fresh start tips and love your energy. Katrina says, take step further and transfer that money into savings. Great job. That's really good. So she's saying not only do we go on a financial fast, but take the money and implement it into savings. Any thoughts? If you want to share anything, Dr. Shante, chime in.
Well, absolutely. I think one of the things I have to always be careful of is there are a lot of people who may not have enough money to go from month to month. And so I am always wary of telling people where to put their money. So why the January fast and diet is important is because you may actually see you have enough money to pay all your bills in a month. So yes, if you can transfer it into savings, but really start just covering obligations and then see what's left. What's left is transferred over. So that's great advice. If you can build a savings, build a savings. If you just need to catch up on your utility bills, do that. You know, that mental stress and strain can be really alleviated if you start putting the money where it really needs to go first. But if you can build a savings, absolutely do so.
Excellent advice. Kim Jacobs, awesome show. Appreciate the opportunity to be a part. Thank you, Courtney. Courtney, you typing in. You're an expert up there. Great show, Linda Poplar said. Love all the topics today. Love the host and the panel. Love this show. Best 1 hour show ever. Linda, if you feel that way, can you go ahead and tell all your mom, your aunt, your cousins, Ray, and all the boys from the 77, everybody, that the Kim Jacobs Show is right here on the air, and have them subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. Turn on those notifications. When I say subscribe, y'all, I'm saying subscribe right on YouTube. I know that you all watch here on Facebook and you watch on different platforms, about 8 different platforms, and you listen on iHeartRadio and different things. Go also subscribe on my YouTube channel, okay? Make sure you cut out all the extra eating and outside coffees. Small cuts is what Dr. Shante said. Okay, your show is so informative. I will check out the 4 guest shows on Instagram. So she's going to start. This is Sean Hall's mom. She's going to start following JDTV. She's going to follow at The Fresh Expert. She's going to get Black Angels Among Us. And then she's going to join the Courtney Wellness Companion Program. I'm saying all this. She's going to be like, I didn't say all of that, Kim. You don't put some words in my mouth.
Sauce on it. Some sauce on that.
Put some sauce on it. Okay. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm so glad that you guys tuned into today's episode. I do want us to keep in mind that the coronavirus is still spreading like wildfire. According to Rachel sharing this information with me, California has now surpassed 27,000 deaths of COVID-19. That was on Tuesday. So the numbers are continuing to rise. So please keep those that are impacted by COVID, even though shots are being delivered in pharmacies right now. So delivering COVID shots in pharmacies is starting to happen. But we want to make sure that we keep families in prayer, because this has impacted so many people in our country and our churches and our families. So we don't take that for granted. And I do want to continue to offer a prayer to those that have been infected, impacted, and definitely those that have had loved ones transition home as a result of this virus. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you be a part of the Quest Church prayer line. I know I put that somewhere earlier. Oh, wait. Quest Church prayer line. You can call in Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30. And I usually, right when I get off my show, I just hop on for the last few minutes and listen to some significant prayer going forth for our community and for our world. 978-990-5000. Access code is 322083#. And that's Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30. Pastor Jacobs is praying for our land, healing in the land, and we need it so much. Okay, love the show. Thank you so much, Lexus, for being a part of the show today. Glad Trump can't pull a Kanye at the, okay. don't know what's happening. It's all kind of last comments here. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for being the experts here on the Kim Jacobs Show. You guys are amazing. 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 And guys, I'll see you all on Monday. Tune in at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great weekend, everyone. Anybody have any closing comment right quick before I close out?
I just want to say what up to cousin Courtney.
Cousin Courtney, cutting Courtney. You cutting Courtney now.
Yeah. We found out that we were some relation. We were some kin.
I love it. Which means, Joe, technically you're somewhat related to me from an in-law kind of perspective.
We are family.
Exactly. Family reunion.
It's a family reunion. Hey.
We got one little tune out of Joe Duncan, y'all. Now y'all know he getting comfortable on the Kim Jacobs Show. Go ahead and sing us out, Joe. Sing us out. Let me put you up there in the bubble. Wait. Let me put you in the bubble. Okay. What is it?
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Yeah.
Now y'all can enjoy y'all weekend. Joe Duncan and sung us out. God bless you.